My friend, this is a great request. While my guitar gently weeps. Now, for acoustic and electric alike, this one has certain fingerings which you could play all over the place, really. If you don't know what an inversion is, please refer to the channel, but here's a quick synopsis. Whenever you've got your 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, that makes a major chord. When you flatten that third, the median, you get a minor. 1, 3, 5, which gives you this kind of like feeling of happy. And then, oh, so sad. And then it gets a little bit weirder there from there. We can do something where we call it a diminish, where we actually flatten the third and the fifth, and it gives this feeling like it's moving somewhere. And then we have this thing called the augmented, where you have the normal 3, the natural 3, and then it has a sharp 5, which means we're going to be playing something that basically extends and gives you a little bit different feeling for the ear. So when we have that, let's say we're playing a E major, if we sharpened the 3 and we sharpened the 5, we would have, so these chords are used to actually move through. In this chord and in this song, it's in the key of C major, meaning we've got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished. We could also use like a, and then resolve right back to this. So when we're going through here, I like to play like this. That's how I do the videos. How to play, how I play them. If you like it, adapt one of these styles. Remember, there's a bunch of different people out there doing videos on all sorts of stuff, so don't just take my word for it. This is just my opinion. A minor, first finger, first fret on the B string, second finger on the G string, third finger on the D string, and then we're gonna have our, oh, no, flip that. You don't want them that way, you want it this way. Boop. And then we're gonna have that A minor ringing while we have our G walking down to the bass. So it's gonna have this, here's where I move my fingers and I take this pinky and I cover one of these notes, generally this one, and then I put my third finger down right there, get that low F sharp. So I'm walking my bass line. You can also play the A minor to a G and then go to a D major with an F sharp in the bass. I just don't like all the hand movement and wrapping my digits around town. I don't do it. Oh, good. And look at you all, see the love that is. Here's where we get this F major 7. Cool. When I borrow this chord, I like the feeling of that dominant 7th. But I don't hear it enough. So what I like to do is just play this a little bit more open and use the same chord I was moving through. The A minor to the G, A minor with the F sharp, and then I move my finger from this note right here, because, you know, essentially I don't really need that C, that minor, it's already established. And then I hit that nice thick F there. When I put my fingers right here, I've got these 2 notes which would give me an F major 7. If you notice, we could do an F dominant 7 or an F major 7. F major 7 works just as well right here. Okay, and then when we move through it, while my guitar goes back to A minor to a G major, I usually attack one G major one way and attack in another. If you notice, I play my G's this way when I'm going up the neck, and I play my G's this way when I'm going down the neck. This utilizes being able to get the dominant 7th, being able to move through my pentatonics, you know, and then do some sort of bluegrass run, or be able to move through these different notes by doing half-step movements to get to where I want to be. Alrighty, so when I look at you all, see the love that is sleeping while my guitar gently weeps. We're gonna go up to the D major for the weeps. I like to take the sucker and do it backwards, where we just ride the tide all the way up and then hit a nice D major up here. We could drop it back down and go down to the D sus4, which just means we're gonna drop our pinky down on that G note, D major with that, and then it's gonna resolve itself to a D, and then we can even open up our second finger, which is currently residing on the 3rd of the chord, the F sharp, and make it a E, which gives you a D sus2, because a D is right next to an E note. And then we're gonna be moving that back all the way up through an E major. You can do an E major sus4 by doing the same thing you did with the D, putting the pinky down, except now with the E, you're gonna put that right there down on the G string. You're gonna be covering up that G sharp to make it an A, thusly giving you a nice sound nice, chord that wants to resolve right back to that 3. All right, here we go. Look at you all, see the love that is sleeping. Still my guitar gently waves. Oh, so good. Great writing. And then goes to a second part of that. A minor with a G in the bass from the aforementioned. You can do the F sharp in the bass here, built off the F sharp minor. If you want, you could have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minor, 7, and then this 5, you can move it down to a. But I'm not a big fan of having the F sharp minor 7 flat 5 there. I think F sharp minor 7 flat 5 chord should be reserved for, it's just something else which is really out in the open. Also, these tabs off the internet aren't always right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but is there really a F sharp minor 7 flat 5 right there? Or am I crazy? When we're moving through the passage here, the second time to do A minor to the G, we're going to be doing the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, but I prefer to do like the F minor, and I just highlight the F sharp and then the 2 notes, the A and the C sharp right there. And then when we move through, it's going to go to the F major 7. Aforementioned. You can play with a bar chord. Make sure you use your second finger, play the D and the G string at the 2nd fret, and that 3rd finger rocks the A string at the 3rd fret. Oh, so pretty. It's just too full for me, which is why I like, as I said, that openness chord with just the F note in the bass. And then it goes to the A minor, G major, C major to an E major. Notice that we're flopping out that D sus thing, and then the E sus for a big old C major, and then an E major. Whole thing's gonna sound like this, a little bit faster, because I don't want to bore you. I look at you all, see the love that is sleeping, while my guitar gently waves. I look at the floor, and I notice it is sleeping. Still my guitar gently. Fun part here, the A minor resolves to an A major. Oh my God, key change. So it goes from a C to an A major here. Now, relatively, you could say this isn't another key. I'm preferring to call it in the key A because we never really jump out of there. And we've got the A and then a minor 3rd, which is our C sharp minor. So when we have A going to our C sharp minor, we go down to our F sharp minor, and then we're going to be going down to a big old blaring E from the B. What I like to do is do a, I skip the 3rd, and I put my 3rd finger here right on the bass here instead of hitting that C sharp minor. I reserve that for someone else. Then I play a big old bar on the F sharp minor. I'd make it an F sharp minor 7. You get that E note in there. I think it sounds really good when it's keeping the balance of the chord there. And then down to the E. I don't know how nobody told how to unfold. So how to unfold, we're gonna go to a B minor. If you're not that super comfortable with B minors, it is the same exact thing as the A minor, except we go up a fret, put down our 1st finger to make a B flat minor, and then up another one to get used to that B minor. C sharp minor, C minor, B minor. Get used to these bar chords in that fashion by taking a look at my videos. I do this thing called teeter-totters, where you learn how to play the same chord by taking 1 finger off, putting 2 where 1 was, 3 where 2 was, and bring that pinky on. Same chord, and you get super efficient at changing between the same chords. So when you change between different chords, it's much faster. And then when we go through this here, it's gonna resolve right back. But remember, when we hit that B minor, we're gonna also wanna go to the E sus4, and then resolve that back to the E, just the same way we did in the beginning part of the tune. Here we go from the chorus. I don't know how nobody told you how to unfold your love. I don't know how someone controlled you, their body and soul. full chords there. What I do when I'm playing by myself, I just move the bass line. So if I had the A to the G sharp, to the F sharp, to the E, B minor, multitude of things. I think walking that E to the F sharp and then putting a G sharp gets you right back for that A minor right there, okay? Second verse, same as the first. Then it goes into the instrumental. Feel that same rhythm I was just doing, just trying to goof off right there, but have this having a... so on and so forth. Get that chucking motion. You can do that same rhythm that you would have here doing the eighth notes by just doing the eighth notes as quarter downstrokes. All right, when it gets through the whole thing, chorus 2 does the same thing. It goes through the whole motion of that. Alternately, if you don't want to play the full bar chord here, you can go up and play what looks like an A major at the 5th fret. You can leave that third there, which is that C sharp. Third finger's gonna go down there and make that root, which is your A, it's the higher one. You could actually just move this whole structure by this. Playing the 6 and the 7, and then you're gonna have the 6 and the 6, right? And then you're gonna have 6 and the 4, and you're gonna have 6 and the 2. Big stretch, but not any weirder or any bigger than a 9 chord, okay? And if you don't know what a 9 chord is, root, 5th, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you practice that stretch, just moving this A and then having it go down to the A major 7, walking down that line is gonna feel really cool. I don't know how, nobody told you. Does the same purpose that the aforementioned chords did. Okay, I hope this really helps you. There is an outro which uses that. If you keep that going and you're able to play that with another person, have one person try doing the and have the other person just go crazy with it. Those two rhythms together are awesome, and if you have a drummer on this sucker, oh my gosh, them double basses, boom, boom. What an amazing tune. If you have any comments about this tune yourself, put it down below. I'd love to hear it, and if you have a request, I'd like to do it. Put it down there as well. Aloha.